Yo, 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 yo. What's up, cuzos? It's your boy Big Dog Banner, aka the biggest. And we back with another one, as promised, another pre-recorded video. Um, and we're gonna do it a little different. I know you already could tell as soon as the screen switch, like, why does this look different? Well, I'm gonna tell you why the screen looks different. Because today is a day that is really going to test your discipline. This is a humongous slate. You got 10 NBA games and a full NFL slate today. So this stream, if I did it the way we usually do it, Monday through Friday on the live stream on Twitch, would have been 3 hours minimum. Minimum. If we would have went through every single game one at a time. This literally is this early, and I looked at it like I can't do that. This would have been a 3 hour video. And again, we're not here for all that, right? We here for the gyms. Find us some good spots so we're not super overwhelmed. So before we get into that, again, I want to thank everybody who support me. As you can see up top, we had 3,800 subs on YouTube. So make sure you like, subscribe, turn notifications on for videos like this that's pre-recorded on the weekends when I'm not doing my 9:30 a.m. Eastern live stream Monday through Friday, right? Okay, now let's talk about what's going to happen today, how this is going to be different. Again, if I'd have went through every single game, we would have literally been here for 3 hours. And I ain't got time for that. You ain't got time for that. We here to get some money, make some money, go about our business. Right? Now, if you're new, because we get at least one minimum new viewer every day, and you don't understand what's happening, I'm going to tell you what's happening. The way I myself research and teach the people who have been with me for this past month. Shout out to our 1 month anniversary. We started doing this November 1st. So if you've been with me since the first, salute. Now, the point of what I'm doing is I teach people how to search for value. What is value? When you finding props at plus odds that still seem like it's doable, even though the books say that it shouldn't happen. A lot of people are scared when they see a prop when they see a plus sign. When they see plus odds, most people, the average casual bettor, will back off and take a lower number or go to props where it's negative odds because they're afraid of value. So, how do we find value? For the ones who've been here, I apologize. Y'all know this. But again, I have to pay attention and be mindful of it's new people. The way we find value is, the way I find value is, literally, no matter what the sport is, I attack defensive weaknesses. So when you see teams that allow a lot of something, points, rebounds, assists in football, passing yards, receiving yards, rushing yards, when I can identify those spots, those are the spots I attack. And it helps me not be overwhelmed because think about it. It's a million players in every sport every day. So if we sat there and we went through every single player, you won't know, your head to be spinning. You won't know what to take, who to go with. So the way I do it, I only attack defensive weaknesses. I personally research for potential. I don't care about what you did your last 5 games. I don't care about what you do on the road, what you do at home. I don't care about what you did head to head against them because things change every day. Teams change, coaches change, schemes change. So nothing you've done personally in your past matters to me at all. At all. Anybody who've been with me, they know how I research. I only care about today. So when I can see a defensive weakness that's giving up way more than the league average to that prop in that position, that is what I focus in on. It's that simple. And generally, you're going to find value because the way I do it is by me not caring about what they've done lately, I'm able to find value in props that they can over exceed their line. So they can go further than what their line is today. Their line for today is already incorporated in how they play head to head, how they played their last few games, how they play on the road. That's already in whatever their line is set for that day. I don't want that line. I want those alt lines where I can go above that line due to defensive deficiencies. That's simple, right? We're just looking for teams that give up a lot more than your line for that prop, and we attack. I'm looking for minimum 2-to-1 odds, which is a plus 200 minimum. plus 200 minimum, where I can get 2 times my money on that prop, and it fits. Now, if you pay attention to the top right, I basically did all the research for y'all today. I did it all. Now, if you know how to use Doink, like I've taught you over the last month, you can by all means go back and cross-reference and see which ones you like the most. If you don't, doinksports.com, I also have a video, a 3-hour video that shows you the ins and outs of how to use Doink and exactly what I'm looking at and looking for. And if you are new, I would strongly advise starting tomorrow, Monday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern, you be on Twitch in the live streams, because there you can interact. You can ask questions and things of that nature that I can answer on the spot. The Twitch link is in the description. So basically, I got up and I did all of what we usually do one by one. I've done it for you. I've done it for you. Now, if you look at that number, that's a 99 plus props that I found out of this entire day between NBA and NFL. That's how many games it is. So imagine if I did that one by one the way we usually do. Literally, I'm telling y'all, we would have been here for 4 hours. So before I scroll, now the good thing about this being pre-recorded is you can play and pause, rewind at your speed. That's the beautiful thing about that. Now, before I go into scrolling, I want to go over a few things about this bet slip that I noticed off jump. Now, you will see different books. Miles Turner, that's DraftKings. Then you see Jalen Wells, it's Hard Rock. Now, if you in the stream, I line shop. That's a part of being a professional. That's something that I encourage to everyone. Find out when you like a prop, find out what the odds are on every single book, because you want to play it on whatever book is giving you the highest odds. You want the biggest bang for your buck, right? Doink, I love because it's going to automatically tell you which book have the best odds. So I'm telling you that because it's Miles Turner 3 assists on FanDuel or whatever book you got. It may be. If you want to play it there, by all means. But when you see it on this bet slip, it's going to automatically be by the highest odds on which book. It's like I've done the line shopping for you. Not only have I found the gems for the day, I've done the line shopping for you, so you know exactly which book is best for you to play it on. Can't stress enough. If you're in a state that's legal, if you don't have every sports book in that state, you're doing yourself a disservice. For one, you can't line shop. But two, the best thing I always tell people is, even if you don't use the book every day, get the book so you can get the sign-up bonus and you can gamble with the free bets. What better way to try to build your bank up or make money than using their money instead of the money that you work hard for? You'll get around to that, but you can use this as teaching points, dim and dab, figure out ways to profit using free bets, right? So just want to throw that out there. Another thing I'm going to throw out there, because I kind of figure if somebody's going to ask, you're going to see stuff where you're going to see multiple of the same person. For instance, Brandon Clark. You see him 1, 2, 3 separate times. You know why? That's because in all 3 of them spots, he is going up against a weakness. But if I got 2-to-1 odds on any of it, I added it to the bet slip. So his points, he's going against Indiana. They give up more than 15 points to his position. So that got added. His rebounds got added. I think it was 10 rebounds they give up to centers. Then, of course, if I can get the 2-to-1 odds on the combo of both, that is a gem as well. So that's why. So if you see multiple people, that's why you see multiple people. You won't see one line on here that isn't at minimum plus 200. Another thing I did was, when we go through it individually, we look at the full ladders. No matter what that person, no matter what that team is giving up to that position, I took the lowest number possible with 2-to-1 odds. So even if I could have took Brandon Clark for 10 rebounds for plus 800 or something, for instance, right? Seeing that 9 was plus 240, I'm taking the lowest number that you would have to try to get to, still with 2-to-1 gem odds. So keep that in mind. Those are a couple things that I can think of that I kind of can see people asking, like, why is this so many for one person? That's how many different spots he's going up against a super weakness in. And no matter what the line is you see on this bet slip for whoever, the team that they're going against is giving up more than the line I got to that position and that prop. So you don't have to worry about that. But again, by all means, I teach y'all to cross-reference. You can go back in and pick for yourself. Now, with this many props, what is a couple things I suggest? For one, I've showed y'all how you can tell like which games are potentially blowout games. When you start seeing double-digit spreads and things of that nature, so it's on you to do process of eliminations. It may be certain games where you see a high spread and you be like, I'm fading that entire game. Good. That will eliminate a certain amount of players out the gate because you are already telling yourself, I'm not betting on that game. That game don't seem like it's going to be a good game. Go look at the totals and the spreads on your sports book and eliminate games where you feel like it's going to be a blowout. That right there will eliminate some of these people off this list. All I did was just did the research for you. I would also suggest for people who knew, and I've heard this question 1,000 times, if let's say Brandon Clark, since he right here, I got 15 points for him at plus 750. If I'm saying that 15 points at plus 750 is a gem, anything lower than that is playable. I don't know why people ask me that. Like, would you play his line? If I'll play 15, of course I'll play 8.5 if that's what his line was, whatever his line is. So these are just the gem pieces. By all means, if I'm willing to take this gem for any player, that means I will guaranteed take their line for the day for that prop. If I'm willing to go above their line to get these gems, of course, I'll take their actual line. But enough of that. Literally, the only thing I can really do is I'm going to just scroll. I'm going to just scroll. Again, it's pre-recorded. You're on YouTube. Play, pause, rewind, screenshot, do whatever it is you need to do. But this is the entire NBA slate today, gems, and NFL slate. I'll do Monday Night Football tomorrow on the live stream with the Monday slate of basketball. But every game that's today, NBA or NFL, these are all the gem pieces in every single game where a person has value in their lines, in their alt lines, based on the weakness that the defense is allowing to that position today. Again. So I'm gonna go through here. I don't know how to scroll. Oh, I can scroll slower like this. Again, you do what you want as far as what you take. I would suggest you playing you some straights. I know it's boring. I know a lot of people hate them, but and another reason for those who knew why I'm doing this, the reason I'm teaching people to hunt for value, is because a lot of people, again, they get scared when they see plus odds. So they start taking lines at like minus 300, minus 400, and they look up and you at 10, 15, 20 legs on your parlay. Then you come on Twitter the next day and say, I keep getting hooked by one. Like, pairing is by far the hardest part of this. By far. the hardest part. So if it's hard enough to pair 2 or 3 people, why do you think it would be easy to pair 10 people? It's not that easy. And that's something you're going to hit once every month. I'm trying to teach people consistency. So the way that I research with these odds, you will never, ever, ever need over 4 legs on one parlay. Ever. To get good money back for your wager amount. Ever. 4 will be the most. I aim for 2. So when I'm getting 2 props at plus 250 or higher, all I need is 2 props to get me where I'm trying to go. But you will never, ever, ever have to go over 4 legs on a parlay if you learn to search for value and you eliminate how many players you're putting on one parlay. So keep that in mind. Again, this is every prop. You can go back and cross-reference it. A lot of y'all know how to use Doink now. For the ones who don't, I would highly suggest you look at the research, the full Doink guide that I made the first day of November, which is on my page as well, and it will pop up on here somewhere. But I would keep that in mind as well. But most of y'all trust me now. Y'all understand how I go about it. So you know, if it's on here, it's a gem. Simple as that. Every piece that you seeing on here, the defense is giving up more than the line I got on here to that position. Again, also, you know, with NBA, it's been tricky lately. So you might want to wait for official lineups. You might want to wait for official lineups to make sure that these people are starting. Yesterday, damn near every slip I had one void on it. They did so much fuckery yesterday, it don't even make no sense. But you got to adjust. We see that that's what they doing now. Okay, bet. Now we in football. I can see Marvin Harrison. So again, this is every gym on the board today. I've already done the hard work for y'all. It's up to you now to figure out which ones you want to take solo straights or pair together. Again, which is always the hardest part for even myself. I can sit here and find gyms all day and get hooked by one on one of my little 2-leg or 3-leg parlays. That happens. If pairing was easy, we'd all be rich. So it's on you to figure out how you want to do process of elimination and figure out which ones you like. But every prop that I'm showing you right here, the defense is giving up more than that number to that position and for that prop. Guaranteed. And hope I was going slow enough. Again, if I'm not, go on your YouTube video in the bottom right corner and turn the little 102 legs crazy. That would be a crazy parlay. Turn the speed down, however you need to do it. So that is every gym for today's slates, NBA and NFL. Love you guys. Cannot wait to see y'all and talk to y'all in the morning. Can't wait till y'all start tagging me today in gyms that you found off of this list and you hit and made you some money. It's Christmas season. So yeah, it's about that time. The book's gonna have to pay for these kids' toys. You know? So again, I love y'all. Make sure you like, subscribe, turn those notifications on. I do this for y'all. Support is free. None of this costs a dime. So again, see y'all tomorrow morning. Hope tonight be the best gambling night of your gambling life. In a minute.